What's up, guys? This is the Honest Outlaw here, and today we've got a cool little pistol for you. We've got kind of a budget pistol. This is the Arex Delta Gen 2 M. It's the optics ready version of the Arex Delta. Now this is one of those guns that you guys have been asking me to get on the channel for a really long time, so we got one. This is a 4-inch version of the striker-fired pistol. It's a striker-fired polymer frame 9mm, like all the other sea of polymer frame pistols, but there's a couple of features that I think set this one apart. Before we get into the gun, I want to thank my Patreon supporters. It's because of you guys that I can afford guns like this and ammunition to do the reviews, so thank you very much. If you want to join the Patreon squad, all you have to do is go to the link in the description below and sign up. Also in that description is a link to a local shelter in Ames, Iowa. It's the YSS. I'd really appreciate it if you go and support those kids. And there's a link to our merch, t-shirts, and all that cool stuff. Sweatshirts, if you want to go check that out. You just click those links. They'll be down in the description. Now the Arex Delta M is a gun that I've been interested in for a little bit, but I just haven't been able to get my hands on until recently. I have the Holosun 507K mounted on there, and one of the reasons why I have done that is because this is a very slim pistol. Compact frame, double stack pistol with two 15-round magazines, with a 15 and a 17-round magazine. So you would think that this gun, since it has the similar dimensions of a Glock 19, it would be like a Glock 19, but it's actually not. It feels like a Glock 19 you kind of squish down onto a table. The overall width of the gun really does impress me. As you can see there, even the 507K, which is an optic that fits on my Glock 43, is a little bit wider than the actual slide of the Arex Zero. It's kind of what people have been doing lately, making these guns a little bit lighter, a little bit smaller, a little bit easier to carry. So I would consider this significantly more comfortable to carry than an M&P Compact or a Glock 19, just because width matters so much as far as a carry dimension. May make it a little harder to shoot, but we'll have to find that out here in a little bit. Now some of the features that it comes with that I really like are going to be, first off, these cool slide cuts that kind of these diagonal slide cuts or these triangular slide cuts that face forward. They're very minimalist, but they're still really functional. As you can see here, you can pinch or you can grab and you can manipulate the slide any way that you want. Comes with a blacked out rear sight with a white front dot. I like just the standard dot with the blacked out rear. That's way easy to acquire. I would have preferred a high def sight, but white just works just fine. Comes with multiple different types of back straps, I think 4 or 5 of them. I chose the biggest one with a little bit of the beaver tail on the back there to allow me the correct spacing for my finger. They have a flat face trigger with a kind of a trigger safety there reminiscent of Glock, and they have an open trigger guard with a really good undercut on the frame. Also, they have some pretty good checkering on there. I think it's a good mix between carry and a competition gun, allowing you that good purchase on the gun, but it won't rub your stomach raw too much. As you can see there, it's got ambi controls on the magazine release and then ambi controls on the slide release as well. So right out of the gate, you left-handers are not left behind. Don't even need to swap it over because it's already ready to go. Gas pedal cuts on the front, love that. I've been seeing that in more and more guns lately. I use that technique, so I absolutely love that on guns. And I'm glad people are including that, because why not, right? Pick rail in the front, and then we've got a 4-inch barrel here on the compact version. They have a full size too, I believe. And I think the weight on this guy without a mag is 21 ounces. Super lightweight, super thin, super easy to carry, while still maintaining that higher capacity for those who require that. And it's nice to have, so why not? And obviously it includes the optics mounts, and unlike some of the more expensive guns like the VP9 and stuff like that, you can get optics plates right out of the box. So it's got optics plates for 5 different optics and all of the screws and bolts and all that stuff that you're going to need to run the gun. So overall, I think it's a pretty good value for what it is, for certain, especially if the ergonomics fit you, and the price is really good as well, coming in at an MSRP around $400 or so, making it well below some of the premium offerings on the market. If this gun is reliable and accurate, we should have a winner on our hands, but there's only one real way to find out whether it is or not. So let's go down and shoot it and find out. Got a lot of distortion on the red dot. I never noticed that before. We haven't been out on a sunny day like this. It's like a fucking comet. That's not good. We're low. Oh Christ, we need a tool for this. Still low.
Okay.
Got those 4 rounds. Grab another mag. Oh, I got one in my pocket. So, been dropping the slide, and every time we drop the slide, we have this. But if I leave the slide down, rack the slide, I guess we're gonna have problems too, huh? Okay. But once we get it loaded, it doesn't seem to have problems feeding. Must be like a break-in period thing or something, because it's locking back on the last round. It's not having any malfunctions once we get it loaded, so kind of weird. A lot of recoil on this guy though.
Not jiving with this guy.
All right. All right, so we're at 50 yards here, and as you can see, when I drop the slide again, see that? It's not in the battery all the way. So that's what's been going on, and I gotta push it a little bit to get it in battery. It's getting caught there right before it chambers around completely. All right, that was 100 rounds we got through the gun. Accurate little gun. Recoil is a little bit more than a Glock 19 or an M&P or something like that. I would argue the recoil is about as much as an M&P Shield, plus somewhere in there. Ergonomics are good. The grip is really good as well. Trigger isn't too bad. It's short distance, short reset, which is what I like. A little bit heavier trigger, that's really good for concealed carry. You don't want a 2.5 pound trigger with no safety or anything, especially if you're carrying an appendix or something like that. I like the little thumb ramps a little bit, and I love that it's got the pick rail, and I love the serrations. I also love the price, and I love that it comes in optics ready, able to throw a little optic on there. The thing I don't like about it is we've had some reliability issues already. Now there's a break-in period on this gun, and we obviously haven't reached that yet. It's been the first 100 rounds, so we're gonna have to probably break this gun a little bit in, and when we do the full review, 500 to 1,000 rounds, 500 if I don't like it, 1,000 rounds if I do, we'll find out whether or not these reliability issues are due to just a break-in period or not. This is a budget gun, and a lot of times they're not run through the factory before they're released or anything like that. So what can I say other than we'll just have to keep shooting some ammunition through it and give you an update later. Great gun, just not as reliable as I'd like it to be. It's got good ergonomics, it's right there in the price point, and it's got all the features you want. We're just gonna have to see if time will get it a little more reliable. We'll try some different ammunition as well. This is 115 grain Fiocchi. Sometimes guns are picky with ammo, sometimes they're not. So we'll just have to do the full review and we'll get back to you. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. Please about your Oklahoma shelters, and remember to recycle. I'll check you later.